Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Orlando World Sunday Showdown. In this week's episode we head to a galaxy far, far away and to Andy's backyard with the Hollywood Studios edition, where we put Star Wars Rise of the Resistance in a head-to-head battle with Toy Story Land Slinky Dog Dash. Let's find out about both of these attractions. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance is a multi-networking attraction located in Batuu, the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge area of Hollywood Studios, opening on the 3rd of December 2019, a few months after the land opened in the summer that year. The ride features 4 different attraction systems, with a trackless ride system, a walk-through section, flight simulator and drop tracks, which help to make Rise of the Resistance quite possibly Disney's most advanced technological theme park attraction ever built. Rise of the Resistance features dozens of animatronics and visual effects from giant screens and pyrotechnics to create a simply stunning environment which takes immersion to incredible levels of detail. The ride has been critically acclaimed since it opened, as being widely considered the best theme park attraction in the world. Being part of the Star Wars franchise, its popularity has been unbeatable in terms of how many consider the ride to be the standard bearer for future theme park attractions. Slinky Dog Dash is the family-friendly roller coaster ride, based on the Slinky Dog Dash and Dodge Mega Coaster Playkit, which is set up as part of Andy's backyard. It opened on the 29th of June, 2018 along with the Toy Story Land section of the park. The ride is fairly fast for a child-friendly ride, and similar to other attractions, like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Big Thunder Mountain Railroad in terms of thrills and enjoyment. Slinky Dog Dash is just a fun attraction, with a lot of light-hearted dips, twists and turns, making it a delightful adventure from start to finish. It's bright, quirky and colourful, and Toy Story fans young and old will appreciate the ride, and the creativity involved in creating such a ride. Slinky Dog Dash is an extremely popular ride, which has quickly become one of the must-ride attractions within Hollywood Studios. Let's head into the first of this week's 5 rounds, and see which of these 2 amazing attractions advances to the round of 16. Let's go straight to round 1. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance is considered the most highly detailed ride ever created. As the expectations rise for theme park expansions and new experiences open, it's always an expectation that Star Wars attractions will be some of the most intensely detailed and highly themed attractions, and no expense has been spared in creating this experience. The show area is incredibly big, filled with AT-ATs and stormtroopers blasting their firearms, using incredible visual effects. The animatronics used throughout the ride are some of the most highly advanced figures ever created for a theme park attraction, from segments in the pre-show, loading docks, and the ride itself, each one so incredibly lifelike to their film counterparts, you would be forgiven for believing you are really there in the Star Wars universe. The main premise to the ride puts riders in the middle of a battle between the First Order and the Resistance, as you make your way through various sets, which use a mix of projection mapping, visual effects and pyrotechnics and large 3D screens. To pull the full experience together, there is so much to take in during the ride, which offers a perfect blend of motion trackless technology, flight simulation elements, and lots of animatronics and effects to create not only a fully interactive environment, but a very varied experience, with a few different ride systems combining to make a unique experience. Slinky Dog Dash is one of the most simplistic, but incredibly endearing rides in terms of its theming. The ride itself is themed incredibly well, with the surroundings being made to look like a larger-than-life rendition of the film franchise, making guests imagine themselves as one of Andy's toys, where everything is scaled up massively. The ride is based on a toy roller coaster set which Andy has built, and is using Slinky Dog as his train for the ride, which shows the creativity and child's play. But the unique layout of the ride, and creativity involved in making such a clever and fun ride, Slinky Dog is themed as it should be, with a lot of unique elements adding it to the overall effect. It lends a sense of larger-than-life emotion, which undoubtedly takes even the oldest of riders back to some childhood memories with some of the theming in place. But in round 1, both of these attractions are themed so well, it really is just so close to call, but overall, Rise of the Resistance just takes the point, for being much more advanced with the technology used to create its experience, just giving it the edge over the Slinky Dog attraction. Let's move on now to round 2. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance predominantly uses the one-ride system along with the walkthrough segments. The ride vehicles, or transports, are the main vehicles used throughout the ride. The ride carts are based on the trackless technology, which is used in Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and also Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, which is due to open at Epcot in the near future, but are also implemented as part of the simulation system in a drop track system. The transport vehicles are grouped throughout the ride in clusters of 2 vehicles, with each vehicle holding up to 8 people, and seated in 2 rows of 4. The ride is so incredibly popular, and given its use of trackless technology, the ride has a set number of vehicles which are timed to connect to sectors throughout the ride, so that they all operate smoothly. With 3 limitations of the number of vehicles in operation, the ride operated on a reservation system upon entering the park at opening in order to secure a boarding group. Slinky Dog Dash is surprisingly operating with a smaller train size compared to other similar rides. The Slinky Dog effect on the track, though, is created with the ride vehicle itself being themed to Slinky Dog himself, but also that the ride vehicles are divided up into much smaller carts, with 2 rows of 2 per each section, in the first 4 carts, with the final cart holding just 2 people, to make way for the dog tail at the back. Slinky Dog seats up to 18 people per train, which isn't the highest capacity for a family-friendly coaster, but the ride operates several trains at one time, which helps with the capacity overall. So in round 2, for ride vehicles, Slinky Dog takes the point to level the score going into round 3. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance is a very lengthy attraction. Including the pre-shown queue segments, the ride offers up a decent experience, which doesn't feel rushed. Each segment with animatronics or screen visuals lasts a reasonable amount of time, helping to build up to the main attraction, each lasting a few minutes before the main show. The attraction has a ride duration of 18 thrilling minutes, which for a Star Wars attraction is extremely good, as it gives guests a prolonged experience within the realms of franchise. This makes it one of the longest attractions at any Disney resort park. Slinky Dog Dash is fairly standard in length for a family-friendly roller coaster ride. The ride is fairly quick, even with the pullback launch section, which takes around 20 seconds to activate, making the overall ride duration just 2 minutes, which is around the average ride length for a coaster of this size. It does offer a lot of fun for that short time frame, particularly with the quirky slinky-shaped track, which adds to the enjoyment overall. So in round 3, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance comfortably takes the point, by being a much longer attraction overall, as we head into the penultimate round. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance has shown since its opening that it has been the most highly anticipated and most attended attraction at the Walt Disney World Resort. Access to the ride is granted through the boarding group system, with the ride not offering fast pass or a standby line, which means that the ride is often at maximum capacity for the day, often every day. The ride has an early capacity of 2,000 riders per hour, which is decent for such a popular franchise. Given the type of experience the ride is, the capacity is very good considering how advanced and complex the ride is. Slinky Dog Dash is a fairly big track ride, as runs at an average duration for similar rides, but capacity isn't the highest compared to similar rides. This can be attributed to the launch system used where the ride stall for a short period, to simulate the pulling back of the Slinky Dog train. This means that the ride only operates with an hourly capacity of just 1,400 riders per hour. The ride uses several trains which help to keep the capacity as high as possible, but considering other similar rides have a higher capacity, it is easy to see when this round falls further behind, with the Star Wars attraction claiming the point going into the final round. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance is considered the pinnacle of theme park experiences. The ride has enjoyed some of most highest of praise, and its popularity has been phenomenal since it opened. The ride is packed with special effects, sound effects, and is so incredibly detailed and immersive that you would be forgiven for thinking the ride had you blasting through the world of Star Wars. It's action-packed, incredible fun, and brings the film franchise to life like never before. The sheer scale of the ride is impressive, and ride variations with the trackless ride and simulator segments make it one of the most versatile and creative attractions ever built. Rise of the Resistance is a ride that has raised the bar for future theme park experiences, and will most likely be the king of theme park attractions for a long time to come. Slinky Dog Dash is a delightful experience, mostly for younger riders, but also for adults who hold the franchise close to their heart. The creativity used to develop the ride is impressive, and brings a sense of a childlike innocence, and highlights the world of toys as a special and enjoyable pastime, while involving both the park guests and the iconic characters from the film franchise. The ride itself isn't the most thrilling in terms of its track, it won't bring any major adrenaline rush, but it does capture the oversized world from the perspective of a toy to perfection, making the ride such an enjoyable experience. Slinky Dog is a very popular track ride, and offers one of the most unique track layouts ever seen on a kid-friendly coaster, making it one of the better family-friendly attractions. But in the final round, overall, the Star Wars attraction is just a far more immersive experience which not only captures the world perfectly, but entrances the franchise in ways never seen before. Which means, surprisingly, look at the results, one attraction claims a comprehensive victory this week. This does unfortunately mean that dropping out of the week is Toy Story Land's Slinky Dog Dash. Slinky Dog Dash is a great attraction, which although isn't quite the ultimate thrill ride, it's still a worthy attraction, and is worth the ride when in the park. It's fun, and offers a nice ride, and will hopefully be a ride that brings enjoyment to park guests for many years to come. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance adjacent to the next round. Join us again next week where we go back to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and to Tomorrowland for a battle between Star Wars Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run and Space Mountain. See you next week. We hope you enjoy this video. Please support us by subscribing to our channel. You can find us on social media platforms. Find us on Facebook and Twitter at Orlando Worlds, and on Instagram at The Orlando Worlds. Thanks for watching.